everyone. Welcome to Uncensored Women of the World Podcast. I'm your host, Sara Silva. If you're returning back, welcome. Great to have you again listening. And if you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. So this is episode 5, and I got to sit down with Queen Sheba, who is a very good friend of mine. I got to work with her in the virtual space and volunteer for about a year last year. I met her, and she is just so great and such a pleasant person to speak with. So Queen Sheba was born in Alabama, and she is the youngest daughter to Bishop James Edward and Daisy Lee DuBois. She's an accomplished humanitarian champion working and operating an international volunteering nonprofit, which is Queen Sheba Village organization. And Queen Sheba Village is located in Senegal, West Africa, which supports the needs of women, youth, girls, and orphans. Queen Sheba has nearly 20 years of experience in nonprofit management. She is very efficient in her role, and those around her and close to her consider her a natural educator and advocate who empowers voices and is a role model for women. Queen Sheba has the ability to take unhealthy mentalities and transform them into healthy and thriving ones. Because of her skills, Queen Sheba can produce productive and long-lasting results for women and girls, and including males in her company. She is entrusted to nonprofit organizations and associations working in compatible missions, and she works very well on the ground in Senegal with women, families, chief villagers, in rural communities, with seniors, and often provides mentor consultations for international students. More than her role as a leader, she is also effective at persuading and influencing individuals to aim for the best for themselves and their families. Her opinions are highly valued. People trust and respect her judgments. And I can say I'm so grateful to have worked with her last year for about a year in the virtual space as a marketing volunteer and advocate for Queen Sheba Village. She's straightforward and transparent about everything, which I absolutely love. And it's one of the reasons why I love speaking with her and hearing her views on just so many different topics about what's going on in the world. She has a very broad knowledge base. Queen Sheba earned her degrees in business science administration and international marketing in 2000 at Strayer University, Northwest Washington, D.C. She often speaks on topics of sustainable development, traditional economics, education management, and how it relates to societies today. After she graduated from college, Queen Sheba worked hard to attain her role as administrative director for 12 years before obtaining nonprofit status, all the while working as a private public contractor in international affairs in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., while traveling abroad to her ancestral country of Senegal, West Africa. In 2003, Queen Sheba met her future husband, Sheikh Imam Hussein Sissi, now deceased, who is a renowned international esteemed Senegalese scholar from West Africa, who is significant in her life and opened many doors to her success today as a champion leader, inspiring women and girls today in education, self-development, and economic empowerment. Today, the organization serves as a role model mission, assisting the needs of humanity in Senegal. Today, Queen Sheba continues her mission and is focused on the well-being of women, girls, and children in rural locations, advocacy of their basic human rights and orphan care, seeking to create conditions where women are economically stable and better connected to Greater Senegal. Queen Sheba Village has expanded over the years with additional partner organizations and associations in neighboring West and North Africa and as far east to Saudi Arabia. Queen Sheba Village and volunteers are currently building a women and girls social education facility that echoes self-empowerment, motivation, and additionally will be a resource center where qualified professional international teachers will be invited to teach on many different topics, such as health and hygiene, female genital cutting, also known as FGM, microcredit finance, language literacy, and much more. Queen Sheba Village received the Humanitarian International Award in Atlanta, Georgia in 2011 by the Sis in Spirit Women Organization for Public Service. Queen Sheba received the Small Business Story Award in 2019 by Alignable, Best Table Topic Speaker Award in 2021, and Queen Sheba became an author in 2017 and published her first book titled Return to Glory, a travel guide for African American returning to roots, and has written numerous articles about her life and missionary journey working on 2 continents. She recently accepted the invitation to have her book published in French by the Library of Historical Arts in Kaolack. She has been featured in several magazine publications and newspapers such as Women of Distinction, African Americans in Africa, Sudanese Voice, Continental Africans, to name a few, and a guest speaker on radio, TV, and internet podcasts in Senegal and in the United States of America. Queen Sheba and her village were honored to be featured in 2 documentaries in 2019 in Senegal, produced by the popular TV news company Info's Line in French and English. Serving as a vocal contributor, mentor, encourager, and power encourager in active memberships at World Pulse Organization since 2011, with over 100 badges, Queen Sheba received the Featured Changemaker Award at World Pulse Organization in 2023. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to present to you episode 5 with Queen Sheba of Queen Sheba Village. I hope you enjoy this podcast, and if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button and like button and share. Enjoy. How are you?
Fine, and you. I'm so happy and honored to be your guest. Thank you so much.
Excited. I'm so excited to connect again. And it's been a while too.
It has.
So now that we're connected good and getting right into things, you, Queen Sheba, are the founder of Queen Sheba Village. What is the mission of Queen Sheba Village and how did you start it?
Queen Sheba Village is an empowerment tool. Queen Sheba Village is an organization voluntarily run by international volunteers, including myself. I am a volunteer. And we are seeking to be a hope continually for not only just Senegal, but just for the world. Seriously, we are so, I would say, interested and continue to have a great passion to help serve others, specifically women, children, girls, youth, orphans, and people at large, because I know and I understand that no one can do this alone. We include everyone in Queen Sheba Village, including our elders, including men, everyone. So we are a volunteering run organization. We're coming up on our 10th year anniversary.
Wow.
Yes.
When will that be?
It will be in September.
Okay.
September of 2023. We're coming up on our 10th year anniversary, and we're so honored to meet international humanitarians, including our volunteering board, because they are the ones that really They're our force. They're our rock.
Yeah.
Queen Sheba Village continues to serve as a resource tool of education and training on the ground, and then also, in personal spaces as well, because my mentorship started in personal spaces. So, with that being said, how did we get started? We got started years ago when I had the blessed honor to meet my beloved mentor and Sheikh, King Imam Hassan Sisi, whom I later married down the road, later in life. And he was such a key door opener for me to get into the continent in the first place. So, what happened quickly and briefly, what happened that he invited me in to come to a place that I wanted to go all of my life. And because of that, it opened the doors for me to get the vision together. Just get the vision together, not the mission yet.
Yeah.
Just get the vision together. And he was a big tool in guiding me and creating that opportunity for me to get in there. And with the help also of other people, two people who are not deceased, who are beloved of mine, Rokea Diana and my mommy Yafatu, which is my king's mother. They were also inspirational for me to move forward. And also, I cannot forget my Mustafa, who still to this day is a manager, facilitator of affairs for Queen Sheba Village organization. So with all of these people coming together as a puzzle piece, putting it together, we started Queen Sheba Village with an idea of fashion, because basically it was the part about funding. How can I do this? How is this possible? And it started from there, from a boutique of going back and forth, selling things, women's textiles, jewelries, all kind of beautiful things, to get the funds together to be able to start like programming and and doing events. So that's a little of it. It's a long story, but I'm just giving you brief tips.
Well, you guys
got in there.
You guys have done a lot within 10 years and continue to grow.
Thank you so much. And dear Sara, as I look back before the 10th year, the 10th year started in 2012, 2013, when I got my Esquire lawyer on board to write the paperwork up for the organization, exclusively for Senegal. But we did work before then that was not recorded or kind of like documented. The only thing that was documented, it was my paychecks, was my bank accounts. When I looked at funds and that I put into the organization to get it off the ground, because I didn't know what a nonprofit was back then. I was like, what is a nonprofit? Because it was told to me, do you know what a nonprofit is? This is what you should do. And I said, what is a nonprofit? I've heard of the word, but never looked into it. So as I got more into it, and I said, well, I would get to this. But in the meantime, what I did was I got on the grounds and got to it myself.
Yeah.
I had no permissions from anyone except for him.
I love that. I love that. Sometimes people, they'll say, people will be like, oh, well, I want to take it step by step and I want to wait until I have this. And then there's other people who are action takers like yourself, that you just hit the ground running and you learn as you go, and you continue to grow and learn and prosper and help others prosper along the way.
And that is exactly right. I'm still learning as I go. I go and grow. Yeah. Go and grow is it, because if you're waiting for it all to come together right and all the pieces lined up and ducks lined up in a row, you can forget it, because no one knows.
Right. Yes. You don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
I love that. So I just wanted to share some statistics that I did look up. So according to the United Nations Population Fund, out of an estimated population of 16.88 million, the average age is 22 years old. and today's generation of young people is larger than ever before in Senegal. So while poverty and gender inequality remain a challenge in Senegal, how is Queen Sheba Village helping, and in what areas of Senegal, if you could explain?
Queen Sheba Village hopes and continues to be a voice for the people, especially for the youth, because these millennials, as they call them, these are they are not the future. They are the here and the now. And we continue to inspire them, one woman, one girl, one boy, one youth at a time, because collectively we can do much. And, the mindset of our people in certain areas of the continent and on the continent as a whole has been really damaged from colonization and recolonization. And some of it is not at the fault of our own people on the ground, of Native people, So what we try to do is bring hope. And how do you bring hope? You bring hope with consistency of action, word, and deed,
Yes.
And without that, it's just talk. And we're tired of talking. It's about finding your purpose, your space, your place in this world, and going for it with courage, without blaming the government, without blaming leaders. Sure, they are a part of the problem, but if we be silent, we are a bigger part of the problem, because no one is stopping us but us. So what do we want to do in the now and the future, besides us building our current project there? We want to be a visual force, and we'll be a visual force in voice, to be able to say, okay, here, we are your opportunity. You are our opportunity. Let's work together. Let's continue our educational programs. Let's continue also in giving out tangible goods to help you with the process of health and hygiene products, school supplies, new clothing, all the different collaborations we have with other organizations. We want to be this one international, global impact, to be able to say we are here. And by us doing this project and continue these projects, it is an influence on one's self-esteem, because without the self-esteem, all these words, they are a puzzle together, intertwined. Encouragement, motivation, self-esteem, hope. We this is it's a constant mission to be able to be there on the grounds, talk with people, encourage them. But at the same time, who's encouraging me? I always use myself as an example. I have to get up in the morning and seek some type of force within myself to push myself, which is easier said than done, because if we don't encourage ourselves, we constantly look for someone else to do it. That's a problem. We're constantly looking for someone else to pick us up. Sure, we need encouragement. Sure, we need help. Sure, we need support. Sure, we need love. But sometimes, what if I'm not able to be there for you? Then what? If your friend is not able to be there, then what? Because they got their own issues, their own problems, their own headaches, their own heartaches. So we try to be this force, and especially me personally. I love women. I love people. I love people, period. It doesn't matter who they are and where they come from. I hope to continue to inspire, to attract international great volunteers like yourself, as we worked on great, wonderful projects, and they inspire me. We motivate each other, and we recharge each other's batteries.
Yeah, I think that's so important too, because so many people in the world they're looking for something else to inspire them. And it's like at the end of the day, through trials and tribulations, sometimes you don't have that. So you have to have those inner pillars of self-confidence and know that self-knowing that you're going to continue on no matter what, and you're going to achieve no matter what. And I think having those windows of opportunity through consistency, like what nonprofits do, showing up and helping others, it's kind of like windows of opportunity. And then that just kind of sheds light and then helps you along the way, if that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then what areas in Senegal is Queen Sheba Village helping?
Queen Sheba Village continues to serve different areas in Senegal. Right now, we are still in Cameroon too. We're all over the car. We're been in Sara, Shams, Colac. We've been
Wow.
in Futa. We've been in Tuba. We've been in Jebel. We've been in some of these places we've been in. I can't even pronounce.
So you guys kind of sprinkle good things all over then.
Yes, well, that's just it. It kind of like led us to especially me in my older age to say to my wonderful volunteers, look, you all still have the engines physically. My engine is kind of like a little rusty. So let's see if we can, build something. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
that when the building is complete that we will not move around. Me, I love to travel. I like to move around to get the voice out. No doubt about that. But
Yeah.
yes, we have been around for serving all over the place, moving all over the place in the rocky roads, bad weather, bad hot weather, all kinds of environmental issues all over the place. And, we will continue to do some of that. But at the same time, we want to have a central point that we say on the map, here we are, come to us.
Yeah.
Come, you're invited. The only thing that's stopping you is you. We want to continue to serve neighboring villages, which will take off at the right time once the project is complete, because we have 4 neighboring villages there that will be able to benefit from Queen Sheba Village's services. Yes.
Excellent. So from your observation and all the time that you have spent living in Senegal, what is one of the greatest challenges that young people face today, in your opinion?
Definitely opportunity for employment. No doubt about that. I've talked with them all the time, and many of them have expressed to me that they are, especially because with the internet and the World Wide Web sensation, innovation and technology. These potential change makers want to get more involved in social media outlets, even maybe having their own platforms, joining radio stations, because they want to put their voice, they want to amplify their voice out there to what their issues are in Senegal. And one of the biggest ones, besides several others, no doubt about it, is employment. Because after they come out of the colleges, the universities, they're looking for work. And the work is very unfortunately limited. A lot of gender equality issues. Then it's besides that, the pay is not all of that, and which constantly makes them seek employment outside of Senegal.
Right. Yeah.
And it's an on and on vicious cycle of nonsense. So a lot of them are seeking to become their own entrepreneurs, trying to get their own platforms, whether it's a YouTube video, a podcast, creating a page on LinkedIn or Facebook, or Instagram, anything, trying to get their voices heard or be seen by someone to be able to employ them.
Sure. And as far as internet access goes to the many different places that you have been, is it pretty good? Or
fortunately for us in Cameroon, too, in that particular section is pretty good. I've been in all other different areas. It's pretty good.
Good.
Sometimes you might have some interferences here and there, but for the most part, compared to other women that I've talked with in other African countries, I think we're doing pretty good. Not bad, but not excellent, but not
Yeah.
bad either.
You know,
Yes.
that's one thing that, given all the advances that we have today in technology, it's like that is something that I think that I mean, it still needs to improve in some areas of the world, as far as dependable internet access. We have so many different advancements in technology. It's like everyone should have that by now, you know? Um,
You would think.
yeah, yeah, it's this. I always question that. So another topic I would like to bring up, and I'm curious to know more about, is the serious topic of female genital mutilation, cutting, also known as FGM or FGMC. So I know it is a horrendous topic, but it is something that I want to bring up to you because it's something more people need to know about, and they need to know what it is going on in the world, uh, and what are the reasons that this is happening to girls and women's, and what is the purpose. I understand that there's different cultures that have different reasons for doing the things that they do, but one of the reasons why I'm asking is because I've only read what I've read on the internet and in books. I haven't spoken directly with anyone who has experience of seeing this firsthand on the ground, like yourself. So, would you mind explaining a little bit about the issue?
Yes, absolutely. It's a very, very touchy, unfortunate story that we have to continue to spread the effects and harm, dangerous harm of female genital mutilation. Our citizens do not like to call it mutilization. And once they know and hear the word, what is mutilization? We're not trying to hurt anyone. We're just going by an entrenched belief, seriously, that we've been told that it's the right thing to do, which has no religious, nothing to it. It's cultural, passed down from centuries and centuries and centuries of behavior, and it's a normal behavior. It has to become a normal behavior. But with the help of Queen Sheba Village and other organizations who really specify, I mean, particularly they work in that straight on about educating everyone about the harms or effects of this practice that will and has killed millions. And what is it exactly? Female genital cutting, female genital mutilation, because that's exactly what it does: mutilates, harms mentally, physically, psychologically, everythingly. It is a psychosexual reasons. This is the truth of it. Okay. FGM is carried out for the reasons to control our sexuality, to increase the pleasures and ensure that male pleasures, and ensure women do not stray from their husbands. Pretty much in a nutshell of what this nonsense is. What this is a basic human violation of your spirit, your body, your mind, your soul, and then you wonder, how I teach it and tell it like it is. I really have to tell it like it is because
That's why I love you, because you're straight up.
I don't want to sugarcoat it, because I give an example to my I give an example to my people. I have bad behaviors. If I have bad behaviors and I learn to do the right thing, do I keep continuing to have bad behaviors? No, you change it to the truth, because when we know better, we do better,
Of course.
I give an example of what bad behavior I want to speak about, but do it. So once I know the truth, do I continue to do it? Especially when you see your daughters, your girls bleeding to death hemorrhaging, and dying. And then you're going to cut the next one. So shouldn't something in your mind say, wait a minute, well, this happened. This is the result of this. Let me stop this. But because of, like I said, the word entrenched beliefs.
Of course. Yeah. Deeply rooted. I mean, it's conditioning, right? Like from
Mhm.
the time that you're young, if you see something, you don't know what you don't know. And
Mhm.
if that's all you see, that's all you think life is. That's your
And
bubble.
absolutely. And we once we teach and we educate, and we want to educate men. We want to educate our boys because the education is a balancement. If you educate only girls, 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 women, women, women,
Of course.
come to their defenses, which we should because they have been the one vulnerably harmed. We want to educate your male children. I have many male children in Senegal, many male children in my own life, and including my own biological children, and they know um, where we stand. They know me as a mom where I stand with certain things, especially issues, all kinds of issues that are very sensitive, but they need to be spoken about. They need to be
Of
talked to. They
course.
need to be taught. And once we teach, we move further in life. You know what I mean? And once we are ignorant, we try to become more intelligent and more spiritually, uplifted and advanced to
Yeah.
help our citizens worldwide.
Well said. I mean, human evolution. You're progressing.
Evolution. Human evolution.
Yeah. So as far as women who are subject to such physical harm, such as FGM, FGMC, how is Queen Sheba Village helping those women and girls?
Personally, I always like to take it personally, one girl, one woman at a time, and talk with them. Then in the past, we've come together in groups, and mostly was in people's personal homes because don't forget this is a shameful conversation to
Yeah,
our people back home, especially once they know what it has done, what it is, and that it should be stopped. It's not something people want to talk about out loud. And
right.
it's getting better because we have men also on the ground speaking of it. So as we become more educated, we people are speaking out. But in our culture in Senegal and in many African cultures, it's just not. In the West, we are more in liberty or freedom of speech, and
Right.
type of life. But
Yeah.
in Africa and other countries, they don't have that democracy or freedom of speech and freedom of the press. And, you speak out, it's like you're slapped, harmed, or even killed, you
Yeah.
know.
I
So,
think I think it still exists in the West because we have a combination of cultures,
yes,
but it's just not as in your face as in some other places.
without doubt. Yes,
Yeah,
true.
like the elephant in the room, but nobody's talking about it. That exists
Right.
on all levels. And
Exactly.
since you mentioned education, and I know Queen Sheba Village, you guys do a lot when it comes to education, not just on what you previously spoke about, but can you share with us the types of education programs that Queen Sheba Village offers?
Yes, besides FGC awareness education programs, we talk to the people and women, and we give out educational pamphlets about that. And we also are starting to put another package with that. We will include a lot of feminine hygiene products. That's something that we've added to that program, but we have not got on the grounds with it as of yet. We have a health and hygiene program, and we educate the families about these health and hygiene practices. And we also have the supply distribution. Every time we have a program, we have to have we do have the tangibles to hand out as well. And we explain to them how to use these tangibles. Medical supply distribution, education, for as far as that is concerned, we have tangibles of medicines to give to the women, and we educate them on how to take these medicines for themselves and their children. We have school supply distribution education. We have the school supplies in the book bags program. As a matter of fact, I have another container that I have to fundraise for to get out of here, because all of these things I'm talking about, that's, we have the boxes ready to go, but we haven't gotten there yet. We have our online Arabic English classes. It's a collaboration with Alatna Academy that's stationed in Saudi Arabia. We have that ongoing every day. It's a collaboration effort on the English part. We have a orphan care that I'm very, very, very proud of and want to grow more of. Orphan care fund for QSV little ones, talibs as we call them. They are of different ages, and we are continually fundraising for them as we speak. And we're in contact with the daughter school that we are hoping to get these mats for. So, these are just a few of the educational programs that we have and events that we'll be having on the ground. And we can do more once we have this, our project up and, ready. But until then, we continue to, fundraise and continue to advocate on behalf of all of these events and programs that we're speaking about.
So as far as the many different projects that Queen Sheba Village has that you just shared, when you first started Queen Sheba Village, did you plan on having as many different programs? Because you guys offer so much in so many different fields, like the medical field and then education. Did you plan originally to have all these, or did it kind of just branched out?
It really kind of like branched out, but the first thing that we had was the women's entrepreneurship micro loan program, and it branched out, and I wanted it to branch out because I know for a fact that I personally, I'm never interested in one thing.
Yeah.
It's
Neither am I. I definitely can relate. Like that. I think that's another thing that drew me to you too. I love the fact that you guys are helping people in so many different areas of life.
And that's just it, because I am a true listener to the people.
Yeah.
What they need, how they need it, and when they need it, whether we can get it to them right then and there or not, because there's so many different areas of our life that we need to take care of. I mean, if I'm taking care of my medical at the same time, I'm involved in what we're going to eat tonight, food, how we're going to get it, farming. I'm interested in our agriculture. You know what I mean? So these are my own personal philanthropic avenues for myself to bring income into my baby Queen Sheba Village. You know what I mean? So I wanted to expand and give them more, because there is more. There's never a lack. This is what I teach. It's never a lack. Lack of what? No, there's nothing that is lacking. The only thing that's lacking is what you're thinking in your mind. You don't want to limit your beliefs. And I know the fact that these children need education, they need food, no doubt about it. They need health and hygiene. They need medical supplies. They need new clothing, not used clothing, new clothing, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what they need. They need this is what we need in the West.
Yeah.
Okay. We need, why is it so different that our people in impoverished lands, and the land is not impoverished, it's really the mentality that's keeping them impoverished.
Right.
Because there is not a lot, and I never wanted it to be just the women's entrepreneurship. I know from that entrepreneurship that the women will take care of their families, because if you educate a woman, you educate the whole nations of worlds or multiverses. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I know that if we educate the women, we got it. But at the same time, my way of giving back is to expand Queen Sheba Village. We are resources and we're opportunities. If you want to come and partake in this you're welcome. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Because once I get on the grounds there, you're welcome to come to me, to my international volunteers, to talk with us, to partake in the benefits of the workshop trainings that will be offered by international volunteers who have the skills, who have the mindset, who share the vision, who share the interest, and who love people just as I do.
Beautiful. I want to know, I forgot to ask you, what are ways that our listeners can contribute to Sheba Village? Because I was grateful enough to work with you all of last year. I found you online through a search, and then I got to the opportunity to help in the virtual space through Giving Way and great nonprofits, which was a wonderful experience, helping you in the virtual space. How can others contact Queen Sheba Village and contribute?
My dear Sara, we thank you so much for Queen Sheba Village, Queen Sheba Village, Queen Sheba Village at Giving Way, Queen Sheba Village at Great Nonprofits, Queen Sheba Village at LinkedIn, Queen Sheba Village at Twitter. If we can get more people like you, then we'll be more than happy to accept them. We want to continue to thank you and to express to you how your platform has aided us in this humanitarian service. Um, our current project is at Give Butter Help Build. That is our current project. They can get involved in helping raising funds, putting the word out. We remind people that if you gave $1 and 100 people gave $1, it's $100. No amount is too small. We're grateful for every dollar that we get. They can contact me at queenshebavillage.org. Phone numbers are there. Email, Gmails are there. Google up Queen Sheba Village. Facebook, Twitter is there. LinkedIn is there. They can contact me in so many different ways. Me or my organization of volunteers, they can get in contact with us there on social media.
I'll also include links on the YouTube channel. I'll include links in the comments below, so everyone, you can connect with Queen Sheba Village directly also. So it'll be easy.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. My pleasure. And so on to some personal questions now.
Yes.
We're we have a little bit of time left. So what is the greatest piece of advice anyone has ever given
you? Be patient. Be a good listener. Try to learn. No ego. Kill your ego. You know, I've been mentored by great, great parents. My father is a blessing and set it all in motion for me. I've been blessed to have a powerful, great mother that's still living well into her 80s, and a beautiful, great, wisdomic grandmother. And then, of course, my mentored King, Imam Hassan Sisi. May God be pleased with him, and all of these great, wonderful people. May God have mercy on their souls and help them in this world and beyond. To be patient, to be mentored by good people, if you are blessed to be have that opportunity.
Beautiful. And what has been the greatest challenge you've encountered in your career, and how did you overcome
it? I think career-wise and life-wise, you have to also mentor yourself. You have to take care of yourself, something that we don't do, especially women. We take care of everything else and everybody else beside ourselves. It's just a part of our nature. And we thank God for this. This is no mistake. We have to, for me, stay encouraged. Be the one to encourage others, to help others, to support and uplift others as I'm uplifting and supporting and teaching myself in the process. It is very difficult to no doubt about it, to operate, especially in a tangible, mundane world, without the proper fundings and support that is needed to do so. So in the meantime, what do? We continue to have faith. We continue to push on. Easier said than done. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. My next question, I'm going to jump down to given the many different problems we're facing in the world today, how do you think that we can make a difference as an individual?
Be your true, authentic self. Be your true, authentic self. And a part of this is finding your space, your place, your purpose in life. What are you here to do? Why are you here? We ask ourselves this. This is natural phenomena that we ask ourselves. And by having an opportunity to speak to God, the higher source, call it what you will, the powerful, the enforcer, God, have an opportunity to speak to God and have God speak back to you to give you some answers. No doubt about it. Because this is a motivation for us to move forward in this life. And, like I said before, we have to find strength from within. When I look into women's eyes, they talk. When I look into women's eyes, particularly women, I mean, we can go to, let's just stay with women. When I look, for me, they talk, and I get many messages when I look into my mother's eyes, when I look into my grandmother's eyes, when I look into women, period, they speak. Yeah. And I get this energy. I get all wrapped up, and I just send it back out there to the universe. Yeah. And this helps me in the work in which we're involved in. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I am so grateful. We have less than a minute left, but I am so grateful that we had time to speak today, Queen. It's been an honor as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. Everyone out there, go check out Queen Sheba Village, contribute to their mission, helping everyone in Senegal. Have a beautiful rest of your day and week.
Yes, in gratitude to you. Thank you so much, dear Sara. Thank you.
You're so welcome.